Hey, Vampire Logan here. Just hanging with Fish. We're going to talk about some Overwatch Season 10 stuff, and then we're going to get into a game for Funday Monday. Hey, Fish.
Hey,
We are on stream right now, and I was thinking we should chat about what we think. We played Season 10 a little bit now, and what do we think about that? I have some opinions, but I'll let you go first.
I probably don't know. The for not the gameplay, more so the what they've done to the grouping. What was our queue times a couple times last night? We're over like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's janky as shit, is the
It's bad. Like I
the
don't understand. Like they put so much into scaling everything else, but they have this weird speed bump at four stack.
yeah. Here's
Doesn't make any sense.
here's my view on it. So the thing they wanted to accomplish was to allow people to group with their friends, but make it so that they don't, have boosting. But what I
Yeah.
think they've done, the end result is going to be is they've messed up people who are already playing with their friends who could already group in a rank within a certain rank together and not worry about how many people are on the team.
Yeah.
And they've gone and messed that up. And now the same experience you had grouping with your friends before is now worse because you don't go up and down as good of amount of rank if they're a little bit like a few, like if golds and bronzes play together, it's
Yeah.
terrible. And before we used to group out with 2, 3, or 4 people. Sometimes we get a whole 5 stack, but very rarely. Now we can only have 3 or 5, and both those experiences are pretty mixed bag with the people we usually play with. So it, like, we had some games where we were actually able to get into narrow groups, and it was great because we would be leveling with just like we used to. But when we played and got into wide groups, sometimes it go up by like 16%, up and down by 16%, or 10 to 16 is fine. But other times it's
Yeah.
like 6 and 4, and it's just like
Yeah.
it's useless to do it. So the thing they wanted to encourage is encourage people to play with their friends, but they've gone ahead and now discourage people from playing with their friends, because if you want to rank up normally, you have to solo queue pretty much, or find maybe one other person who's close in your rank. So it's just dumb. It's stupid the way they've done it. There's a couple ways I think they could fix it. So one of it, which is that the whole problem with the 4 stack and the solo queue player is what they should do is just allow you to set a checkbox that says, I'm fine with solo queuing into 4 stacks.
Yeah.
And put a little thing you can just opt in for it, make it default to no, and then you opt in, you get more chances to get a match, right? So
That's
you
right.
can do it to get better, faster queue times, but at the risk of
Exactly.
like being in a group of people who are just a 4 stack. But then if they did that, then we wouldn't have to worry about the 4 stack thing. And the other thing they need to do is go back to what it was before in the medal ranks. It should be like within 10 tiers or maybe 15 tiers, so we could all play together like we did before. Like it should just be the same as it was before for narrow
I don't
group
know why
at
that.
that
I
rank.
don't know what they think they fixed. Like.
Yeah, they fixed it too hard into what they wanted. I think the wide and narrow group thing is a good thing, because some people might want to play with their master's friend, right? And they can still do that. They just won't get a lot of XP. Although they could just play quick play, so kind of we already had that basically.
Yeah. See, the thing is, they did that change where now you're penalized if you leave quick play games. So, sense raised, in my eyes, it raised the quality of quick play because your quick play was kind of a waiting game, like waited for somebody to get on, or group opens up, you just leave quick play. That's what that was for, or what it became for in my head.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they took that away, they made it pretty much the same as comp, except it's not ranked, and I guess there's no restriction on
And
the.
it's objectively worse because
Yeah.
you're not playing actual ranked rules. You have the, oh, we got to the end first, so we won. It's like it only in certain modes though, like
Yeah.
cart maps. It's like you get to the end and then you win, or if you don't get to the end, you lose. Like that's just.
Oh right, that's
why
right.
is that
It's like
one game mode like that for quick play?
Yeah.
Oh, a funny other thing I want to point out and notice is it's called unranked when you pick it in the menus, but when you see someone what mode they're in, it still says quick play.
Oh,
Blizzard
really?
fail.
That's funny.
The other thing about season 10 is I feel like this is going to do the opposite thing that they wanted it to. They wanted people to feel more inclusive and be able to do what they want, but I think they're going to just drive more people from grouping up, and I think they should be trying to move more people towards grouping up and having that be rewarding instead of punishing.
Oh no, something. Bravo on the attempt, I guess, but I don't know. So if they were looking, it is just the first week or whatever, but that's usually when they figure out a lot of the mistakes, the bugs.
Yeah, I hope they're going to do something about this, because I think a lot of people just think it's crazy.
I don't know how it is on the player base. Like we could just be some weird corner case that it just sucked for us, but that's not the sense I'm getting.
I think the higher ranked people are okay with it because they already were, like grandmasters have like they weren't allowed to group anyway.
Right.
They could only group in like groups of 2 or something like that, so they still have those restrictions, so they were already used to weird restrictions. But I think in metal ranks, it's like the majority of the people is in plat and below, right? So there's most of the player base is here where we are, so it's not really, I don't think we're going to be unusual in that case. And I don't know how many, maybe some people in plat have friends who are in masters, but I think most of us down below plat are not likely to have masters friends that we want to play with, right?
Yeah.
And even if you did, and they want to prevent boosting, you're still gonna go up win way more games with a masters player than you would just with like a gold player in your bronze game.
That was one of the other things they tried to address was people boosting accounts.
The thing is, you can still do it, so how did they prevent it? They just made systems that are more restrictive, and they're just going to encourage people to do it more now that it's more restrictive.
Yeah. Could be sort of a solution. If they let people do what they're in the first place, a way to do it that doesn't harm the health, then it seems valid. I'm just quite sure that they've nailed it.
Yeah. And as far as the hero balance goes, I still think Orisa is a little OP because you always see Orisa being played, and whenever something needs to be countered, you pick Orisa.
Yeah.
The other tanks seem pretty good.
They did some interesting tank changes. The Hammond changes were pretty good. I haven't tried them too much, but just hearing the description of those, that sounded like a really good change for him.
Yeah, with the lengthening and shortening of the chain.
Yeah,
while
plus
you're using
the whole thing where if you don't get to maximum ramming speed, your grappling hook
His
goes down
recharges
immediately.
faster.
I think
Yeah, that's a good one for sure.
that's super handy. Oh, and the where he can like pick up shields and drop them on his team. It almost kind of makes you think it might be a little too much.
Too many things. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it sounds amazing to me. Like I kind of want to play it more.
Yeah, the one thing I am finding though is it is still really hard to play tank and do your job.
Yeah, since season 9 and season 10, the standout differences have become that. So take it back to like Overwatch 1, where it was like 6 players. You could
Yeah,
have 2 tanks. One tank could run
could
flank,
protect the back line, the other one could go forward.
yeah, it could protect the back line, or it could flank, and one tank would be like the wall.
Yeah, stay with the
When
group.
when it went to 5 players, the tank was forced into a situation where it kind of had to be the wall, and you couldn't really, except for maybe Diva, you couldn't really stray from that straightforward tanking role.
Yeah, only Diva and
Now
Winston can go back and forth really and do peel and then go forward again.
Yeah.
But
now
Reinhardt maybe a little bit.
Now they have exaggerated those 2 types of tanks. So the ones that like Doomfist and Winston.
Well, Doomfist has a block now, so he can actually mitigate decently. But
yeah, but like he's most often played as an aggressive bounce around, beat people up kind of a tank.
And so is Hog. He doesn't defend anything. He doesn't help his team at all. He can still just go off and get kills.
But so that the thing about that though is, this is something that else that's changed after 9 and 10, is the importance of character choice, position of the team. Like if you pay close attention to how well your character will play in conjunction with one of these tanks.
Yeah, the tank they chose. Yeah, if you go something that goes with the tank they chose, or if you pick a tank that goes with the team you got.
Yeah, whenever you see a Doom team, the team can work with their Doom to do what the Doom is doing.
Yeah, they can either go range or they can join in with the brawl.
Yeah, and they can completely destroy. But if they're not cohesive, if the characters don't it takes 2 things: character choice and character skill. If you don't have the skill, or you haven't chosen the right character to work with what he's doing, Zero just popped on.
Yeah, totally.
Then it falls apart. And that's true if it's a bounce around tank, or if it's a stand in place and hold the line tank.
Especially with Doom, if you pick Doom, you know he's gonna go in. But if you take Reaper and you go off on a mad flank, you're leaving that Doom slightly unprotected, because if he's fighting all 5 of them and you're trying to sneak around and get a pick and you fail, then he's just not being effective.
Yeah.
Although with the Reaper and Doom, you could just go in together, and that works really well.
Yeah, that's what I think is really
Tracer.
And the thing is, I kind of like it. I hate it that I don't think a lot of people catch on to it, but I like the fact that it matters what you choose. It matters what style of tanking is in place. That there's it's really kind of changed how the play feels.
Yeah, I like that for players like us who are flex players and like to play lots of different characters. But for people who want to solo or what do you call it? Pick the same character all the time. One tricks are gonna have a lot of difficulty, because there's a counter pick, especially for tanks. You have to know at least 3 or 4 tanks to be able to play tank properly, and even then it's still pretty hard. But if you want to play DPS, then you can just pick whatever. Healers, it really makes a big difference depending on what your tank is and what your other DPS are.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like I've been trying to one trick Zen as much as possible, but he's not always useful in certain maps and in certain, like if you don't have someone watching your ass in the back line and they pick Sombra and they just sneak up and get you. I used to be able to handle a Sombra. Now with her latest kit, I can't handle her very easily.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Some of these upgrades, there's a whole lot. I used to be able to 1v1 pretty much every other character with Moira, and now I really have to be careful.
Yeah. At least she's got an escape and a self-heal. Like Zen has neither of those things.
The worst one to stand off with was Winston. It was really hard to kill a Winston, but it was easy enough you could stay on top of him to stay alive, because his electricity would not outweigh how much lifesteal you had. But now you can't do it. You've got a few seconds to survive, and then you have to jump away and hope he doesn't follow.
Yeah, they buffed his damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, the balance changes are like, I don't know, it's always going to be fixing and changing and back and forth on balance, but it's pretty good right now. The only thing is Venture is pretty OP now that people have figured out the rotation.
Yeah,
like, you see her in almost every game, and you see them in every game, and they always like go underground, and you can't shoot them, so you're sitting there waiting for them or trying to get out from where they're going to end up. Then they jump in the air, they knock you up, and then they drill down, hit you again, and then melee you, and you're dead as a healer.
Yeah.
And so they can easily sneak into the back line. The difference between her and Reaper you can see pretty easily, but with her, it's like sometimes you won't notice because you're not looking down a lot.
Yeah.
So she might sneak up behind you and you turn around and you wouldn't see her, and then suddenly she bursts out of the ground on you. Reaper you would see if you get
damage when she pops out. She's in the sky, so she blasts you once on her way down, and if you haven't died by then, the next blast is going to get you.
Yeah, super bursty.
Yeah. She's kind of like a mini Doom too. Like she can get into the ground, hit the enemy team, pop out, and use her drill to get back to safety.
Oh yeah, and she's like the problem is the what do you call it? The creep, power creep of the characters. Like, let me just pull her up. So Venture has, it's power creep, because most of the characters, like look at another DPS like Junkrat. He can do indirect fire, and he can trap somebody. He's got a root, and he's got a regular, and then mine is like a knockback. So, but this character has a movement ability. I guess Junkrat technically has a movement ability too. This character has like 2 different movement abilities. It has a way better melee than most of the DPS, and it has the movement abilities can be combined to make an escape or an entry, and then it has a really powerful short range attack and a great way to get into combat. So it's like there's almost no flaws to this character.
Yeah.
So it's the power creep of them making a character that has everything.
To see how she evolved,
and then her ult is really good too. It's like Reinhardt's kind of reverse Reinhardt one. So yeah, she has bursts after a short distance, smart extractor, launch a seismic charge that bursts after short distance, burrow, drill dash, and then quick melee deals more damage. Scores resolve. Using abilities grants temporary shields. Oh yeah, using all her abilities gives her shield too. She's got a defensive ability.
I forgot about that.
And she's got the regular DPS passive too of removing healing. So it's like, it's too many things. Your character can't just do everything.
It's pretty brutal.
Like Hanzo, I guess he has a movement ability too. Oh yeah, lunge and climb walls. And a detection, so. Arrows. See a lot of Hanzo's killing be good though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Hanzo changes have remained good. Quite good.
Reaper. Yeah, I guess he's still got good stuff too. But yeah, basically, in everything that Reaper does, Venture is just better with more abilities.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. Yeah, and some of the tanks don't have any. Like, I feel like all the tanks should have some kind of damage mitigation thing. Doesn't have to be a shield, but like Doomfist's, block thing. It's something you're turning on to like stop it damage from coming through. I think like Malga should have that same ability, where he puts up his 2 guns and blocks with those.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
And then, so like Diva has defense matrix, Doom has the block. I don't think Junker Queen has anything defensive. Orisa has the spinning spear, Ramatran's shield, Ryan's shield.
She's got that kind of boost left shift where it's like a shield or an armor or something.
Oh yeah, Junker Queen has commanding shout, grants temporary health.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So yeah, sort of a defensive ability. And then
she's got like a leech, which is kind of defensive. It's basically like a life shield.
And then Sigma, Winston, and Zarya all have like defensive things, but Roadhog and Wrecking Ball. Well, I guess Wrecking Ball now has something. So Roadhog just needs something to give to his team, like maybe a heal boost. Although making a tank be a healer is kind of not the point.
I mean, that's what Malga is.
Does he
I
heal
don't think
the team
people are
too?
like, yeah. So this when he hits his E ability, I can't remember what it's called.
Nearby allies take reduced damage and heal by dealing damage. Oh, it doesn't affect him.
It does affect him.
Oh, it does affect him too?
Yeah.
I guess he already does that though, doesn't he?
But everybody within his vicinity, when he does that, can now gain healing while they're doing damage. And they take reduced.
Right.
So if the team is aware of that, it's very devastating because that ability refreshes really fast.
Yeah, if you just stay near him. I always forget about that ability, so we should try that.
You can always see when he does it. He says something and his whole body like catches fire.
Okay, so I think that's everything about season 10 that I want to say. Oh, there was one other good thing. What did they do? Oh, they did something about streamer, or you can hide your name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I haven't even tried that actually.
I don't have any problem.
Yeah, nobody's gonna try and stream snipe me. You'd have to actually watch my stream to know that do that.
Or to get stream sniped.
Yeah. I mean, I'd kind of welcome that. Oh, I know the other thing. The other thing was the ban changes. So if you get disconnected, you get like a progressively worse ban that can go into days. And if you get like 10, something small like 10 leavings of a game, you are permanently banned for that season of comp. Or not.
It's a little messed up given all the disconnect problems.
I know. Like, we have friends in our group that often disconnect.
would feel much better way to detect they were kicked out by the system or it was a connection failure and not them leaving. It should be clear
I
chose to
mean,
leave.
you don't even need to detect anything technically. It's like if you leave the game and then come back and continue to play without like just throwing, then you didn't intentionally leave the game. I guess someone could grief to do that, but I mean, the thing they're trying to stop of people leaving the game is people who are leaving the game because the game they've given up and they don't think they're going to win and they want to get on to the next game. So I don't think it's for throwers. They probably wouldn't stop throwing anyway.
Yeah.
So why not just, if someone comes back in the game, then they can avoid the ban and not count as a leave.
I mean, that alone would be pretty great because it's really my only gripe because I have seen where I lost my connection. I made it back in the game, but I still got banned.
Yeah, that's the worst.
It's just wrong.
And granted, you did fuck things up for the team while you were gone, but if you can come back and still win.
Had that happen, I've gotten one. Like, other teammates leave and come back and we won.
Yeah.
So it's not.
It's just.
Generally speaking, you're only gone for under a minute.
Yeah, under a minute. So, like, if they gave you 2 minutes to come back, that would be plenty, and most of those problems would go away if people could just come back. I find it really frustrating that they don't care about people who have connection problems.
Yeah.
And play comp. Granted, though, I hate it when someone on our team is having connection problems and then we're losing a game because of it.
Yeah. It's not grand scheme really so often that it's even rank. Even if you lose 2 games in a row, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just, even if they just, like, they didn't do a ban for you, they just made you lose the points or whatever, at least then, okay, I lost a few extra points, but at least I can
That would be way better.
help my team.
I would happily up the bar or
yeah, because a ban just makes everybody have to, like, if you're playing with a group and one of your members gets a ban, you have to, like, go play quick play for a while.
Right.
And same with the quick play ban. If you get banned from quick play, can you still play comp? Like, okay, we're gonna go play comp for a while then.
Yeah.
Probably can't. Okay, I think that's everything. So let's move on to playing Funday Monday.
Oh.
See if where is our queen? She's not visible to me.
Is she not on?
I don't know. She did message in the group here.
Oh, Zero's on. Oh, there she is. She's in comp. She's in the comp game.
Ah, she must have heard me say that. Alright, I'm gonna just switch over to get my voice mod set up.
You think we got about 5 minutes or so?
Yeah, go for it.
Be right back.
apologize. I got a cold still, so my nose is all plugged up. Talking kind of funny. But funny talking is Funday Monday anyway, so. Alright, let's try. Giga Chad.
I'm looking at Chad. Fish ain't back yet. Hey, fish. Where you been? Chad needs you. That's Chad. That's the higher voice. Really deeper voice, Chad. Giga Chad is back. Hey there.
Hi.
Who are you listening?
Yes.
Hey,
Hello.
it's Chad.
I can't be Chad, but I can be whatever this is. I can be a lesbian. Let me do that.
I was going to tell you, you didn't have to switch groups if you were already cozy and having fun.
No, I'd rather play with you guys.
Alright,
You're my
let's go.
favorite group.
Funday Monday.
Thank you. Funday Monday.
You're welcome.
Chad likes Funday Monday. Okay,
hold on.
let's go comp. Or...
Are we picking Z up?
Well, if we do, we can't do comp though.
Oh shit.
Let's do one. Unless we get another person.
Let's see.
Kinsey, Cam, and Mega are still together, but I texted Mega and told them if they lose anyone that we got room for 2 right now.
Oh yeah.
Let's just do one and then we'll figure out.
There's Kay is also here.
He's
He's
in.
in
Kinsey?
queue also. Oh, is he with them?
Yeah, Kinsey and Mega and Cam are all together, and they're 4th left, so they could still do comp.
Right. So if we can maybe grab one of them if they want to come over to us if Zero's ready. But where is Zero? Is he on right now?
He's just in menus.
I don't see him on mine.
Wait, hold on. I have it. One page. One page of people. They're in game. Not really. Leave it to you.
Grass grows, birds fly, and I'm the guy you get hurt by.
Dude.
Alright, let's just go. Yeah, we're still a wide match, damn it.
This is all Fish's fault.
The
Chad.
Chad's not wide.
Chad is super wide.
Only at the top.
It's got rats.
Wait, I gotta get the soundboard on.
What's that?
Fish, I gotta play you your theme song, man. That's why you haven't been doing so well here lately when we've been DPSing together.
The Chad chuckle is so funny.
Oh no.